everyone. Thank you so much for watching my channel. My name is Tina M. Payne. I am the Scrubs business strategist and coach, helping nurses launch, grow, and scale their Scrubs business so that they can build a life of wealth and leave the bedside. So today's topic is a high requested topic that I get all the time. And it is something that people tend to get into this business for, okay? So I don't know if you can guess it, but it is in regards to obtaining contracts, okay? Contracts. So I'm gonna go over a few things in regards to getting contracts. So if you're new to this industry, or if you are new to my channel, I help those who want to launch, like I said, their Scrubs business, right? And so a lot of times when they come into the industry, they are thinking that they are gonna automatically get contracts with hospitals and nursing homes so that they can supply them with massive amounts of uniforms, right? Well, that is not always the case. So you have to think about this for a second, okay? As a business owner, if you just start out your business and you attempt to go to a hospital and ask them for a contract, you will likely be redirected to the door, okay? Let's just be clear. A lot of times these types of contracts are built off of prior relationships, referrals, and just out of the sheer need of them needing a new supplier. So the approach that I recommend my students and clients take, first and foremost, you need to assess what the client needs the most, okay? The client in this situation is not an individual. It's going to be a corporation or a business, right? So if it is a company, if it's a hospital, or if it's a nursing home, you want to find out, what do they need? What is the biggest issue that they currently have with obtaining uniforms, okay? They don't really care where they get the uniforms from. I'm gonna be honest. Most of the times they don't care, but you can stand out by offering them different things, okay? So let's talk a little bit more in depth about this, okay? Generally, what I hear from facilities and hospitals that in regards to uniforms and what are their issues are, one is reliability. Are you a supplier of uniforms who is reliable, okay? If you just started this weekend, you may not necessarily be reliable because you don't know what your capacity is yet, okay? If they say we need 350 sets of scrubs and you just started, how are you going to manage that order? What are your processes that you have in place, okay? So I highly recommend starting to get your processes and systems in place to handle these big bulk orders, okay? So reliability is one of the top reasons why companies look to get new companies, right? Reliability. Affordability would be number two. A lot of times when we are selling our uniforms and we have a lot of the current name brand, well-established companies, you know, we are only allowed to sell them at a certain price, right? Because the manufacturers have what is called minimum advertised price points, and you have to sell them for at minimum whatever that price target is, okay? And so when it comes to affordability for hospitals and groups, yes, you can give them discounts, but you have to stay within reason with regard to those types of discounts. You can't publicly advertise what those would be, but you need to hear the facility when they tell you price is a concern, because maybe they need a more budget-friendly style, okay? And so these are things that you want to take into consideration. Do I have styles available that are budget-friendly, that are group-friendly, you know, that can actually provide 350 sets of uniforms for a hospital at one time? Are these items gonna be on back order constantly? You wanna make sure you have brands in place that can accommodate these facilities, okay? These are the things I'm telling you right now are things you wanna do ahead of time, okay? Ahead of time, because once you are presented with this great opportunity to partner with an organization, you do not want to have to backtrack and try to go find accounts that can give you all the things that you need, okay? So reliability, affordability, and then also group friendly. I mentioned that. What is group friendly? Group friendly is going to be a brand that you can provide the facility that offers core colors. So some of the core colors would be like navy blue, black, pewter, hunter, burgundy. Some of those are the core colors, seal blue, right? And so they usually need those core colors for different departments. So you want to make sure that you have the brands that can provide that. Also, group friendly are products that will range in size. Size meaning extra small up to 5X. Also, petites and talls. If you have one brand and you don't have any petites or tall options with that brand, or let's say you even have your own scrubs line and you don't have these options, these are things to consider in order to do business with hospitals and facilities, okay? Now, how do you get into the facility? That is always the big question. Who do I talk to, Tina? Who do I contact? This can be different in every organization. There is always a gatekeeper, okay? Generally, it's going to be a purchaser. The purchasing agent will typically be the person who is out looking for the best value and price and things of that nature. So the purchasing agent, maybe the HR director is the person who you need to contact. If you are at a facility, sometimes it's going to be the admissions director, or the director of nursing, actually, director of nursing or executive director, okay? So you want to call and find out who's in charge of your staff's uniforms. That will be the first question, because then from there you can kind of get additional information, but it's not a cookie cutter answer. So when people come to me in my class or as a client and say, how can I get a contract with the hospital? It is very extensive. It is not something that is overnight. I've been working with the hospital in negotiations for almost a year, okay? This is not something that you can just do on a whim, and you have to be prepared. They are gonna wanna meet with you multiple times, so you have to have your products available that you wanna present to them, multiple options. You want to ask them about embroidery. Are they gonna need embroidery? And you wanna let them know what that cost is gonna be, okay? So there's a lot that goes into this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I really wanna cover with you guys. Oh, I know another question that you guys ask in relation to this, payroll deduction. Payroll deduction is amazing when it works and when people accept it, okay? So you as the retailer can accept payroll deduction as long as the facility or the hospital has an accounting system that will deduct it from that person's paycheck, okay? Now, when you hear me say you have to be willing to accept it, meaning if I have people in here right now getting ready to purchase and they're in a hospital, I have to be okay with letting them take all of this merchandise without paying for it right up front, right? I have to be okay with that. I have to have enough products available for them to go ahead and take the products, the merchandise, I'm sorry. And then I have to have a way to communicate that, whether it's by invoice or it's some type of system that we use to actually keep track for the facility to then pay me every 2 weeks, basically, okay? So it's absolutely possible for you to take payroll deduction and work with the facility. I do recommend a written agreement when you do have that. So that would be the contract that you would want to get in place, and you want to contact a lawyer to draw that up for you, okay? Or go on Rocket Lawyer or LegalZoom and create that yourself, okay? So I really hope this has been helpful for you. I know a lot of times it's very scary to get into this business and you're wondering how to navigate, and this is one of those hot button questions I get all the time when people first get into this industry. But the best advice I can give you is to be ready before the opportunity comes, okay? So make sure you have your marketing kit, make sure you have a brand that can give you all those group friendly colors and sizes, and make sure that you have a reliable manufacturer who can supply you with those needs when the time arises, okay? And hopefully this answered those questions. So if you liked this or you have a comment, please drop it below. Make sure that if you are looking to launch or grow or scale your business and you need more support, that you join my free group. The link is in the description and we can help get you started. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.